Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, you might be wondering what the hell I'm doing here. Me too. Unfortunately, Emma's not feeling well today, so I'm taking over for tonight. We're wishing her a very speedy recovery. And hoping she's back here soon. And before you ask again, no, she's not pregnant, okay? Or is she? No, she's not. Or is she? No, she's not. She's not. Right, what is going on the menu tonight, I hear you ask? Well, for starters, there'll be this. Oh, the main course will consist of this.
All that's missing now is Willie.
Too true. And if you're lucky, you'll get this for dessert.
Because you know what I'm looking forward to? The first time I enter the missus and it just explodes everywhere.
Now, this summer has been filled with some pretty amazing events. We've had the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, we've had the London Olympics, and there was even a lion spotted in Essex. I know. Well, it was kind of a big ginger cat, but anyway. But the biggest event of the summer takes place tonight. That's right, it's the bit on the side, Welsh Special! Why are you doing this, I hear you ask? Well, it's all because Mr. Martin Kemp wanted some Welsh lamb on the shopping list. So this is for you, Martin. Enjoy. Please welcome, though, a lifeguard, a beauty queen, and a golden, goldie-looking chain. It's world's finest, Glyn, Imogen and Megan! Look at all the trouble we've gone through. It looks so beautiful. Don't steal that, Glyn, promise me.
Exciting, isn't it?
So last night, you lot decided you had enough of Ian with an R and kicked her out kicked out the serial texter. I just got that one. A Britain's star-studded bungalow. Here's how she got on back in the big bad world.
Rian.
See you later.
Love you, baby. Who do you want to win Celebrity Big Brother?
Danica. I feel relieved. It's so weird to see people and I just feel free. It's just good to be free.
I've been living in a chicken coop for 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to meeting Emma.
I'm just about to go on a bit on the side and probably get segregated about God knows what.
Let's have a look at Rian's worst bit.
Worst bit?
Where do you sit on Julie?
I think she's a bit of a floater.
And who will you be avoiding at the rap party?
Jasmine.
We have some audience questions for you, Danica. For you, Rian. I just called you Danica, so sorry.
So, Rian, Samantha said Rian's sorry.
She seems a little bit quiet, Rian.
I'm off for a cheeky glass of wine. See you later.
But let's talk about the show we just watched and what a show it was. Wasn't it good? Oh, yeah. So much to discuss. You did that like I'd cued you, like we'd practiced that, but they genuinely believe it. Glyn, the situation admitted to Danica that he cheated. Was that a little bit stupid when there are cameras everywhere?
I know, and the first thing, why did he cheat in the first place? You're supposed to be nominating the people that you don't like, not because of the nomination scenario, kind of
It really confused me as well, his explanation. He was like, because if you notice, if I'd done that, I was like, I've lost you. I don't know
exactly, it's like me nominating when me and Imogen were there. We would not nominate each other, even though I knew Imogen was maybe going up for eviction. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're friends, you should stay like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, be true to yourself.
Well, don't forget, Big Brother is always watching. Take a look at this.
Last night, housemates nominated face to face. Housemates were instructed to select the pictures of the 2 housemates they wished to nominate before nominations began. However, the situation ignored this rule and kept hold of 3 pictures until after nominations had started.
I had in my hand Prince and Colleen. And you. And my name came up twice. And if I would have nominated Colleen and Prince, I would have been in.
As a result of the situation's cheating, his nominations are void and will not count. This does not affect the outcome of the nominations. and Colleen, Danica and Samantha will still face the public vote this week. As a punishment for his actions, the situation is now banned from nominating for the rest of the series.
It's a great punishment.
Big Brother will always find out. Don't try and cheat. Imogen, are you happy with the situation?
I like him. I really like him. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? And
you shouldn't cheat, though, should you? Come on.
He shouldn't cheat, but, you know, he's just a little cheeky chap, isn't he? Whatever. It's a game.
I cannot condone it. I will be no part of this. I cannot condone it.
But Julie cheated by saying, remember, get Danica out next. So I was thinking she should have been pulled up as well.
Two wrongs don't make a right, Glenn.
Well, it does in my eyes. If you're wrong, you're wrong.
Well, Harvey decided not to nominate Colleen, even after seeing her behaviour during the Gods and Mortals task with Morals. Do you think that why do you think that he didn't end up voting for Colleen?
Harvey.
Thank you very much, Colleen.
Why Harvey didn't vote for
Why
Colleen?
Harvey didn't vote for her in the end?
Well, I think he's got more pressing issues to address, really. With the old Lorenzo and Danica. And I think he wanted to sort that out. And he'll deal with Colleen next week, maybe.
He's kind of made that his issue, though, hasn't he? He's made that his problem.
But he's not happy.
He's not a happy man.
He's not happy. He doesn't like to see people getting shit on.
No, he doesn't. And he sees it kind of as his job to be the, I don't know, moral guardian,
He's the
protect
enforcer.
them. Yeah. Well, Imogen, Ashley did vote for Colleen. Do you think he will have been disappointed that Harvey didn't? Did he think that it was kind of boys in there together?
Not really. I think, you know, they're all their own people in there, and you're just gonna... I don't think it really matters. It's not long left in the show anyway. I don't think they're taking it personally.
I think Ashley often follows Harvey's lead, though. That seems to be a little bit of a pattern. Yeah. You've obviously nominated Face to Face before, Glenn.
Yeah.
Was it really fun?
Do you know what? I enjoyed it. I prefer being blunt and being honest rather than, you know, going behind someone's back and being horrible about them. I prefer people to be honest with you, and if they don't like you, they don't like you.
Oh, it's #orcs, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so awesome. Well, I think it might just be exclusive clip time. I know you guys love this bit. This is Sam and Julie discussing last night's noms very early this morning.
But I think we'd all had enough before the face-to-face.
Yeah.
But when that was achieved, you know, it really put the cat amongst the pigeons and just suppose it what I think Big Brother's after. So we just have to take it on the chin.
Exactly. It's going to get harder and harder now.
Oh. When the going gets tough, the tough get going.
And the tougher keep smiling.
Ooh. Maggot, are the tough going to get going?
Billy Ocean. Billy Ocean sang that.
Please don't sing it. Please nobody sing it. We can't afford it.
When the tough get going, and the tough on all the rest of it, you won't get off Sam.
Oh, no.
I think it's a bit late now, isn't it?
Isn't she? And
What's
she's
it too late for, Imogen?
Well, Sam just saying now that she's going to come out of her shell and she's going to cause some riff-raff. I mean, what have you been doing the whole time you've been in there? You've been sat on the fence the whole time.
Do you think that's sort of a last-ditch attempt to be like, look, it's all going to come out now?
Yeah, look at me. This is, like, I've got this big personality here and I'm going to show everyone what I'm made of and get people, you know, I'm going to be controversial and, live up to my name kind of thing.
She doesn't believe a word of it. Imogen's not buying it. Well, let's move on. Let's talk about the situation and let's talk about Danica. First of all, Danica was distraught that the situation dared to nominate her. Can you believe that he did, Imogen?
Well, I couldn't believe it, actually. I'm really bored of watching them two, and I'm sick of seeing Danica's knickers. I don't know where anyone else is.
Was it fair, though? I mean, that's a fair nomination?
Sorry?
That's a fair nomination, do you think? Do you think he had grounds?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's playing both of them. I mean, I've never seen a girl like it in my life.
Audience, were we shocked that he went through with it? Were we shocked that he had the balls? Excuse my French?
No, not at all, not at all.
How did I know you'd have an opinion on it?
But I have to say, against popular views, I think Danica is actually a brilliant housemate.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, she's playing these playboys. They're not just little boys. I mean, the situation was boasting about how many women he took up to his Vegas room.
The player's been played.
Absolutely.
The player's been played.
Absolutely.
The audience have spoken. The player has been played. Now, with 3 housemates gone and still 10 to get rid of, Big Brother wants them out and quick. So this Friday is a double eviction. So it's Colleen versus Danica versus Samantha. And as always, here are the numbers you need to save your fave. This week, Colleen, Danica and Samantha all face the public vote. Who stays? You decide. From a landline, call 0901 616 17 and add the number of the housemate. From a mobile, call 65058 and add the number of the housemate. To save Colleen, add 03. To save Danica, add 04. To save Samantha, add 12. Calls cost no more than 36p from BT landlines or any mobile. Calls from other landlines may vary. Voting closes in Friday's show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count. For full terms, go to channel5.com/BBVote. Brothers But on the Side. We think of ourselves as the Danica to the main show situation. We've been rinsing it since launch night. Oh, yeah. Right, it's Welsh fact time. I kind of wanted a little sound for that, but we don't have one. Ding! Did you know there are only 214 days left until St David's Day? Did you guys know that? Did you know that? I didn't think they did. What better way to celebrate? It is exciting! What better way to celebrate that fact than with an exclusive clip? I think that's very fitting. Here we go.
Big Brother were out saying to me, what do you think the problem is with Julie, with you? And I went, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because it's been from day dot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never met the woman. I've no history with her. But I sensed it within 24 hours.
So did everyone, though, with you two.
But I said, I don't know. And I don't care. But don't keep telling me you love me. And that's the bit I hate. That's the only bit of the game I hate, because I can't play the game to that extent. Like, I couldn't have taken... If Sam had been sobbing last night, I couldn't have walked her to the diary room. Because part of me would have thought, you've just fucking nominated her.
An element of guilt.
No, it's not even that. It's to look good. Isn't she caring? Isn't she lovely? That's what she thinks. And I'm just hoping that people, not you lot, but people in general can see through it.
Colleen is having none of it. So there's been so much going on in the house lately, and I desperately need some help to try and get my head around it all. So I've asked behaviour guru, Dr. Pam, along to explain it all to me, hopefully. Should be pretty good. Welcome, Dr. Pam. First up, those face-to-face noms, they always end up in a bit of a storm, don't they, basically? What did you make of it all?
Well, apart from the fact there was so much containment going on, where people were holding eye contact, they were determined not to reveal how they were really feeling. Apart from all that, there were two really striking things. First, the prince. There he demonstrated his autonomy from the power structure of the group. If you want to cut the jargon, he grew a pair of, you know what? He stood up and he nominated Julie.
Yeah.
So that was amazing because it was quite groundbreaking. Now, the other part, of course, was Danica. She was the only one who revealed through her body language that she had rising anxiety, of course, as she realised more and more noms, you know. And there was the situation nominating her. And, of course, that means her whole feminine charms had not worked their magic.
Which a lot of people agree with. One relationship that is looking rather doomed is Julie and Colleen. Where did that go wrong for the two of them?
Well, there's some key things. First off, there's the privacy effect. Now, that's like a sort of big first impression. It's a psychological concept where in certain circumstances, that first impression has a lot of power. Colleen, first night in the house, thought she'd bonded with Julie. She thought it was going to be co-matriarchs. It didn't pan out that way. So what she's left with is cognitive dissonance, where she thought one thing, then Julie nominated her within, 2 days of being in the house face to face. So she is put in that state of vulnerability, and that's made the relationship very difficult. Colleen hasn't managed to overcome that original vulnerability. The other thing I've got to say, Alice, is they both have very different ways of forming their power structure. So Julie, on the one hand, uses power bids where she isolates and conquers individuals.
We've seen a lot of that this week.
Exactly. She said to the situation, are you being played? She said the same thing to Ashley, to Julian.
It's intense. It's face-to-face. She kind of takes them out of the group, doesn't she?
She takes them out, she isolates them, and she creates a very strong bond. Whereas Colleen does a completely different thing. She consolidates. Within groups, she will talk quite openly, which has left her open to being the scapegoat. And it's very frustrating for her to know that Julie is doing just as much stirring as she is, yet she's getting all the blame.
Well, let's take a look at how Colleen's been coping.
Julie, she's so
excuse my language, she's so fucking two-faced. And I have felt a bitch coming in here slagging that woman off, but she is so playing the game in a vile way. You know I love you. Piss off, Julie. You haven't loved me from day one.
It's hard in here. Yeah, it is.
Wow. So she was distraught. She was livid. She seemed really angry. So why are they hugging after all that's passed?
Well, surely you don't think that's a fluffy little hug, do you?
But that was that knowing kind of sigh there as well.
Oh, absolutely. That signals potential threat. The way they both hugged each other, it was very much a just sort of, I'm still a threat to you. I'm trying to calm the situation down, but we are threats. So it's very much about, again, the start of a new power battle between them.
It wasn't in any way affectionate, was it? That was kind of like,
fluffy,
begrudging.
No.
Do you agree with Sam's prediction that it's all going to come to a head before tomorrow night's eviction?
Well, I think I would have if we hadn't seen Colleen burn off so much emotional energy by crying in the dining room. I think if she hadn't got all that out, then she was at risk of, in that sort of pressure cooker now with eviction last night, eviction tomorrow night, that she might have blown a fuse, basically.
I think she was worried. She was holding that in, wasn't she? She was quite worried about kind of letting all of that emotion out.
And quite wisely, she's done that in the diary room, and I think now she will manage all that sort of the difficulties with Julie until at least tomorrow night.
Okay. Now, some of the housemates have started to pick up on Julie's behaviour. Let's have a little look at that.
I have to tell you something. I'm not happy with some of the things Julie's saying, right?
Yeah, I ain't really said anything bad.
Yeah, I'm not happy with it.
Yeah.
I love Julie as much as you guys, right? But Julie will push it to the edge.
She's never liked me. No, she's covered it up well. Or she thinks she has, but she's never liked me.
Really? Why? What makes you say that, Jude?
Ooh, you should have felt the impact of that pie in my fucking face.
Oh, really?
And I would never do that. Oh, you'll suffer.
The most gentle application of a pie I have ever seen. So on tonight's show, we saw a lot of talk about gangs and people voting for members of their group. What's happening with the groups in there?
Well, look, we see Martin finally coming through. He's been a very reserved alpha male. He's been a steadying influence, but kind of in the background. And now he's telling the younger alphas, you know, you've got to watch it with Julie. If he was strictly playing the game, as he said when he went into the house, then he would have let them drop themselves in it and perhaps aligned themselves too much with Julie when she gets more Machiavellian and when she says quite, you know, cutting things. But instead he's done the right thing as an alpha. What's happened is the men quite naturally settled into this sort of grouping. We had Prince and Julian, quite independent characters, but there was then Martin at the top, then Harvey and the Situation were really good as co-alphas, and Ashley as their juniors. So that's been very solid, that structure, even with the difficulties of the love triangle. The women, it's been all over the place.
That's more chaotic, isn't it?
Exactly. It's quite a chaotic structure. There's infighting between the different groups of women, and you know, we've got 2 women going out tomorrow night because there's only women up, and I think we will see that settle down with fewer women there. There's going to be, it's much more revealing. You can't hide when you're being Machiavellian or, you know, going behind people's backs.
Is there time, kind of before the end, for new groups to form? Can we see new alliances, can we see new partnerships? Is there any time for that?
Well, already we're seeing Colleen and Danica, but of course one of them is going to go tomorrow because of the odds. One of them has to go out of the 3. So that would have sat very well. I think they would have allied themselves quite well because Colleen's been less judgmental about Danica's behaviour.
And quite defensive and protective over at times.
Exactly. So I think you know, 2 women are going tomorrow night, so it's going to be a more settled situation, except if Danica stays. Now, if Danica's the one who stays tomorrow night and Colleen and Sam get the boot, then I think there'll be problems with the love triangle. It's going to keep repeating that cycle.
So in a way, we kind of want Danica to stay.
Well, maybe if you want a bit more chaos.
If we want drama and chaos. Dr. Sam, thank you so much. Isn't she brilliant? Every day's a school day. I absolutely love it. Now, yesterday, I became Big Brother. Now, the power went straight to my head, Pam. You can analyse it later. But I thought the house could do with freshening up, so I gave the housemates someone new to play with. Remember when the producers actually let me invent my own task and put it into the Big Brother house? Remember when you were at school and you were bullied so much that you vowed to seek revenge, become a TV presenter and show them who's boss? Actually, forget the last one. Anyway, I'm doing it again. I'm inventing my own task, but this time, I'm not alone. Now I've just got to go talk to Taskmaster Jackson and tell him all about it. Jackson!
Yeah?
Hiya. This is my new little friend. Our new task is called Gnome Alone.
Nice wordplay.
So we're going to give Colleen this lovely gnome, and she's going to have to look after him. But what do we need to do first?
First, you need to get this little chap in the diary room.
Right, that seems pretty simple. Let's go. Right, we're calling Colleen to the diary room.
You getting dressed up again?
This is Big Brother. Will Colleen come to the diary room?
I don't like when they call me to the diary room. Hello.
Hello, Colleen.
Hello.
Your task is to take Norman into the house and look after him until further notice. You must keep him safe at all costs. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's like he's an honorary Gnomeland sister.
Oh my God.
Do you like gnomes?
Yeah. She's really bonded with that gnome really quick. Honestly, it's dangerously close to her nipple. It is worrying. But unfortunately for Colleen, I had a secret mission for Harvey and Martin. Hello, Harvey and Martin.
Hi, how you doing?
Earlier today, Colleen was set the task to look after Norman the gnome. Your secret task is to gnome nap Norman and secretly bring him back to the diary room.
Oh, OK.
Do you have a strategy to pass the task?
I think one's got to distract and the other one's got to attack.
Remember, Martin and Harvey, this is our little secret.
If I can make this come off a bit.
Yeah, pull it off a bit.
Yeah.
And ask her, can you help me?
And then when she's facing this way, you can just make it.
Have we got a plaster or something? Have we got a first aid kit?
Martin's plan is getting really elaborate. It involves loads of props.
I'm going to go in that other bathroom because it's bigger. You sit there, Norman, with your back to me because I've got to have a wee.
Is she talking to Norman? Brilliant. They're taking it really seriously. This is brilliant.
Can't do this for me a sec, please, babes.
I'll have to let Norman watch.
Martin looks really suspicious. There it is. What? It's just there.
He's coming.
Oh my God! Who's got Norman?
What have you got there, Martin?
Norman the gnome.
Big Brother thinks that was a good steal.
That was the hardest task ever. No one could have done that apart from me and Kempy.
I wanted to play with Norman all day.
Hello, Colleen.
Hello.
Where's Norman?
Oh, don't. I'm bereft without Norman.
For failing to protect him, you will be punished. You look phenomenal.
No more.
So that's 2 amazing tasks that I've given you for free now, and yet you won't let me be on the task team.
I think we've got a work experience slot coming up.
There's no place like Gnome. There's no place like Gnome.
Other side, we've got more Welsh guests on tonight's show than you'd find at the Welshman of the Year Awards. I can promise you that. Now, did you know there are over 8 million sheep in Wales? Did my panel know that? No?
Exciting.
Well, that equates to 1 sheep per exclusive clip we've had on this series. So here's exclusive clip 8,000,001.
I said, at first I knew Mike liked her, but I knew that she told me, she's like, hey, I have a boyfriend, it's not going anywhere, and therefore we have 3 rooms to talk in. We have nothing to do, and I don't really care anymore. I'm going to talk to her. I enjoy talking to her. I'm attracted to her. She's taken, and it's not going anywhere. And for anybody to get upset by it is just insane. Like, at times I'm embarrassed to be a guy because the girl flirts. Therefore, she's got to hook up with the guy?
Yeah.
I was like,
that's what I said.
What kind of world do we live in where because she flirts, it means that she's got to hook up? And if she doesn't, like...
Prick tease. The difference for me is when Danica was close to Mike, you never made one snidey comment. Not one. I never heard one. But that night when you were chained together on the bed, he couldn't help himself. And I thought if they were true friends, they would go, do you know what? You've made a tit of yourself then, bro.
Well, I told Harvey yesterday, I said, Harvey, do you honestly think that if Mike knew I liked her, that he'd back off?
Yeah. No.
Would he?
No.
Of course he wouldn't. So tomorrow sees the first double eviction of the series, but who will survive? Colleen, Danica or Samantha? They may have been there for 16 days, but how much do we really know about them? Here's some things they revealed to us before going in.
Are you rolling?
Relax day. The most extravagant thing I've ever bought is...
The most extravagant thing I've ever bought is
a horse called Roshka.
this necklace.
A classic car on eBay while they're a little bit tiddly.
The most embarrassing moment of my career was...
Gosh.
Was probably a show being labelled as Sex, Lies and Rinsing Guys.
Was when I finally got to meet Take That, dressed as a tomato.
The most famous person in my phone book is...
Most famous person in my phone book?
Brian May.
Leo from the streets.
I'm not telling.
The person I'm most...
The person I'm most mistaken for is...
Who would you mistake me for? Be careful now.
Rachel Stevens.
Actually, no one.
Heather Small.
So, Glyn, did you expect to see 3 housemates up this week?
Well, I think Sam should go anyway because she's quite boring. I wish there was more boring housemates with her. Like, I would have liked Martin to be with her and like some Harvey and the lads. I want them to go as well.
Do you think that's
like,
quite tough competition then?
I know, I'm gutted Danica's up. Even though nobody likes her, I think she's been a great housemate. She reminds me of the twins.
I think she's got quite a good following.
Yeah.
She's been saved.
But I think she reminds me of the twins from last year. Like, nobody liked them, but they were compelling viewing. Like, I'd like Danica to go to the final and maybe come 5th or something
She's
like
created some good stories, hasn't she?
And without her, it's going to be a boring show.
Why do you think these 3 are up?
Well, I think Danica's up simply because of her flirting. Nobody likes it. Colleen, people haven't just seen enough of her, I think. I think they've all got her wrong. And then Samantha, she's just sat on the fence. That's why she's up. I mean, she's just there, isn't she?
She's not really bonded with any particular group, has she? Maggot, who would you like to see go?
I would like to see probably Samantha, because she's quite boring and bland, as we said, and Colleen, because she just moans and she wins, and, you know, who wants to put up with that all day?
There's loads of, like, yummy noises coming from the audience. Oh, nom, nom. Who would you guys like... Who would you have put up, actually? Who would you have seen up this...
Julie.
You'd have seen Julie up?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, because she's just so sneaky. She's just so sneaky.
But has she been a good character? Don't you have to say that?
I think Julie has been a very good character in the house. I think, all right, she may be sneaky and all that, but she makes good TV.
It does. That's the kind of... I guess that's the balance you have to find, isn't it?
Actually, Colleen's saying more about her, and I'd like Colleen to stay in
I'd like
so
to
that
see
she can...
Colleen happy.
OK, well,
Colleen knows. She realises.
Colleen's actually said that she thinks that she could finish 7th. Do we think that she could last that long, Imogen?
I think she could. I think she could get to the final, Colleen. I think she's got a lot of followers out there. Yeah, she's quite popular.
Could she win it?
No, I don't think she's gonna... She's not strong enough to win it. I think someone like Martin would win it.
All right, well, let's move on to Sam, another one of our nominees. She says she's as straight as they come and tells it like it is. Maggot, have we had enough of her telling it like it is?
She hasn't told it anything like it. She hasn't said anything like it, what it is.
I thought
and that's what she should be doing. It's saying what it is all about.
So has she been too reserved? Do you just
She's been too reserved, and she's a pale personality. You won't get anything out of her. No. There's bloody fly in her.
Before going in, there are lots of flies. Before going in, she rated herself 9 out of 10 for ruthlessness. Has she even been a little bit ruthless, do you think?
Not at all. No. I mean, I don't think I've seen one bit so far. And I mean...
Would you like to see it being more so?
Well, yeah, but no, it's just fake. I don't want to see it, like, 9 days in or something like that.
If that's her.
Like, she's just saying it just to get on the show.
Just seeing a personality, and that's it, isn't it?
So is it not the person maybe you expected from
Well,
the
I didn't really
articles?
know what she would be like. I've never seen her about before, except for when she came up saying that she was beautiful. So I didn't even know what kind of personality she had. So I was kind of a bit like, well, what's she going to be like?
Glyn, she was obviously survived last night.
Yeah.
Can she survive again tomorrow?
No, she'll be first out tomorrow, no question about it. I think it's going to be so close between Colleen and Danica. Colleen, because she's actually a nice woman. Danica, because she's great entertainment. Sam is just going to fall out. She's going to be evicted and nobody will care.
OK, let's actually talk about Danica finally. She rated herself a 9 out of 10 for honesty. Do you think she's been true to herself, Imogen?
Absolutely not. I mean, but then again, like, I think you look at her website and you see what's on there, and she is playing a game in here, and the way she's been in there, maybe that's how she is in the outside world. I mean, I don't want to judge, but from what I've seen so far, I don't like.
Yeah. I mean, flirting is maybe being true to herself. Maybe that is just her.
Maybe that is her, yeah, but not a lot of people will warm to someone like that. That's the problem.
This is true. Maggot, how has her relationship with the prince and, of course, with the situation, how has that kind of affected her time in there?
Well, it's made her the centrepiece of the show sort of thing, because she's been involved in so many storylines and the attention has gone to her all the time. And it's unfortunate because then that sort of other people haven't got the limelight. So it's a bit of a shame.
It could have gone either way, though, because obviously that's made her unpopular for being such a flirt. But if she hadn't have got in those relationships, perhaps she would have been kind of cast off as one of the more bored. Yeah, so maybe that's
so she's done herself
favour.
favours in a way, but, you know, she hasn't really done herself many favours. No.
Has she taken her rinsing, as everyone keeps saying, her rinsing of the boys too far?
Yeah, well, I mean, I want to see what else is going to happen. I mean, already she's bending down all... I don't know, she's pulling out all these shapes. I just don't know what to say.
They're grown boys, isn't it just a bit of fun?
It won't be long till she's after mine.
The boys... The thing is, like, the boys just want fun, but I find it so fascinating how she's got a boyfriend on the outside world. I wonder if he's going to be there for her when she comes out, because I wouldn't be.
I don't actually think she's got a boyfriend.
The boyfriend's very vague, isn't it?
It's very vague, yeah.
So really quickly, who would you like to go, Glyn?
Oh, Sam, definitely, and Colleen.
Imogen?
Sorry.
I would say probably Danica and Sam. Maggot?
Samantha and the Nolan.
Thank you very much.
The gnome is here, look.
Guys, who do we think will be the last girl standing?
Julie Goodyear. Julie Goodyear will be the last one standing because she stirs the shite all up.
But who out of our girls that might leave tomorrow, who will be our last girl standing?
Oh, I hope Colleen stays because she's actually a nice woman.
How about you guys? Oh, I can't interview you because you don't have a mouth. What do you guys think?
Oh, I'm hoping Danica stays.
There's actually quite a lot of love for Danica. There's like quite a 50-50, isn't it? Are you Danica fans down here?
Danica needs to stay. I think now that people are catching on to Julie, they know she's a snake. I think people are going to look at the public, hopefully look at Colleen and think, yeah, we want her over Julie, because it's clear that Julie, as I said, is a snake. I think Colleen's going to be on top.
Audiences don't mince their words, do they? Thanks, guys. Snake. Well, that's it for part 3. Coming up after the break, Glyn and Maggot will be giving us all the latest goss from the house, in Welsh, of course. Plus, we'll have a very special performance from a certain Bonnie Tyler. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. We see ourselves as the Paralympics to the main show's Olympics. Yes, we might have a few less viewers, but we're going to win a lot more medals. Here's today's news. At 10:32 this morning, Danica reveals she's been having some strange recurring dreams in the house.
Do you know what's really, really weird, right, is, and I know I keep saying it and everyone laughs at me, it's beginning to, I'm thinking, what's going on? I had another dream about guinea pigs.
Oh, my God.
It could be referencing to...
My 4th dream, Mike, about guinea pigs.
It could be a hidden subliminal message.
Yeah, well, this is what I mean, but what does it mean?
Could be sexual.
What, guinea pigs? No. This one was about, I thought, oh, my God, my guinea pigs only got all these guinea pigs because there was loads of them, and there was also a few rabbits as well in this dream, right? I thought, oh no, there's only this much water in all of the little water bottles. I thought, oh my God, I can't believe I've let it get like that. And then that was it. That was what the dream was about. So I just filled all the bottles up and then I woke up. How bizarre. 4th one.
We don't need a dream analyst to work out what the situation's been dreaming about, do we? At 18:59, the men took part in a ballet task where they had to create a performance based on a quote from one of the housemates. See if you can guess the quote that inspired this winning performance.
Martin and Julian will perform the dance of "You should have felt the impact of that pie in my fucking face, and I would never do that."
Guys, I think that must have been a really tough interpretation and a ballet first for the custard pie.
The chemistry between you both was incredible. I could tell it came from the heart.
I have to give the best ballet dancer to Julian because I thought his facial expressions were superb.
It was lovely to finally see a prima ballerina up on the stage.
How did you not get it from that winning performance? At 21:32, winning ballerinas Martin and Julian joined all the female judges in toasting the remaining time in the house and celebrated Julian and Martin winning the task, while the excluded housemates looked on. Julian, however, wasn't too impressed with his partner.
Oh, look at that. Thank you.
Well done, guys.
Yeah, well done.
Oh, yeah, it was me. Well, here's to the last week.
Yeah. Yes.
May we all not fall out in the last few days.
Oh, please, no.
Chin. Chin. Probably chin.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I think she's just kind of following me. In all fairness, getting dragged the fuck around. I love it.
I'll tell you something about Danica, though. She is a strong girl, man.
Definitely.
Oh, it's like dancing with a shopping trolley.
Poor Julian, we all know how hard those shopping trolleys are to manoeuvre. And that's the news for today. Right, I should find Charlotte in here. Charlotte, you're never here when I'm here. They've kept us apart.
Like I said, I hide, but I'm out.
Have you been hiding from me?
Just everyone.
Anyway, we're going to talk in a minute because at the moment I think Glyn and Maggot should be up in the gallery. Are you there, boys?
Hello, you're right.
What's going on?
I'm all right. Well, I'm going to do it in Welsh. Dyma'r newyddion. This is the news.
Oh,
okay?
wow. Are we going to have a translator?
I'm going to be doing it in English.
Fabulous.
They've told me to be quiet here because I'm very loud. But
okay. They tell me all the time. Just ignore them.
Okay, yn y dechrau, a maen nhw'n trio grynhau'r tŷ, a wedyn mae'r hoover yn torri, felly ar ôl 10 munud, mae'r bechgyn i gyd yn mynd rownd, and eto, o nhw'n gallu trwsio fo.
No way.
Earlier, all the housemates cleaned the house. When the hoover broke, all the guys gathered around to fix it.
I know.
Hang on, after 10 minutes, they gave up.
Mae'r situation wedi bod yn jocen gyda Danica yn dweud bod hi'n dewin yn mynd o amgylch y dynion.
The situation joked with the guys that Danica is a sorceress and had a spell on him.
Mae Martin wedi bod yn siarad gyda Prince Lorenzo am pwy sy'n mynd i ennill. Ond mae Martin yn meddwl bod Ashley yn mynd i ennill oherwydd y demograffig gyda'r merched yn pleidleisio drosto.
I got Ashley, yeah.
Martin has been speaking to Prince Lorenzo about who will win. Martin thinks Ashley will win due to the young female demographic.
Mae Julie wedi gofyn i Julian, wyt ti isio massage full body? Yeah?
Julie earlier offered a full body massage. Fortunately, nothing came of it.
Hefyd, y situation wedi bod gofyn yn dangos I sgiliau tensio y pecs.
The situation has been showing off his skills by tensing his pecs to the classical music.
I love that pecs is the same word.
Peciau.
And I've got Welsh Charlotte with me, so she can tell me if that was right or not.
He's been making it up.
I'm a Welsh teacher. Of course I'm right.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you, diolch.
Diolch.
Thank you. Diolch.
Is that right?
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Was that?
No, I understand that.
98% right, that?
I got one word, America, girls. Yeah.
I think I just got full body massage.
It was a for me.
Right, anyway, sorry for that distraction. What is going on in the world of the Tinterweb?
Well, there's just been like a flood of tweets tonight. Obviously off the back of Julie, like so many people saying she's fake now. So
there's been a bit of a backlash.
Yeah, and also because of that everyone's giving sympathy for Colleen now. So maybe that'd be good for Friday, who knows.
That's a real turnaround though, isn't it?
Yeah, massive, because she's been so popular until now, so...
And I think Julie was a bit of a favourite.
Yeah, I don't know if she's going to pull that one back. We'll have to see how she acts the next couple of days. A lot of people saying pot, kettle, black to Harvey, but I shan't embellish on that one.
Oh, right,
And
yes.
still people gunning Danica about this whole triangle thing, which
so-
is interesting. You know, the whole love triangle, her playing off all the boys, but...
I mean, aren't people over that by now?
I know.
She just loves a flirt.
I mean, she has told everyone she's got a boyfriend, so I don't understand why no one's sort of
This
blaming
boyfriend
them.
has become less and less serious
I
as the
know.
series
Is
progressed.
he-
It's like,
is he
we've got this
real?
arrangement where, like, I can do anything I want in the house.
He needs to come forward. We need to know who he is.
What do people think about Gnomes?
Well, again, like, because obviously... Oh, they love the fist twist. Obviously, that's always a good one. But because of this sort of drama to go on in the last 2 days, I don't know who's going to go on Friday now, because a lot of sports
I don't know either, Charlotte.
You know, Samantha, no one seems to be talking about her. What's she going to do? And
Okay.
Danica, love triangle.
Charlotte, we'll talk about it all later. There's so much to discuss. I'm going to leave you for a second, I'm afraid.
Okay,
Thank you so
deal.
much for... Deal. Now it's time to welcome a very special guest. This lady is one of Britain's top female artists. She's been achieving international success for over 35 years. She was the first ever female artist to have an album go straight to #1. She's sold tens of millions of records. She's had #1s all over the world and once even managed to knock MJ off his throne. Put your hands together. It's the one, it's the only, Bonnie Tyler! Lovely to have you here. Bonnie, love it. Bonnie, it's an honour to have you here.
Thank you.
It absolutely is. What's going on with you?
Well, I'm always on tour with my band, but I have finished an album in Nashville this year, which will be out quite soon.
You're a hard worker, aren't you?
I am. I love it.
But you found time for us, which is really nice.
Great.
Now, with all the women leaving the house, I think kind of the rest of them, I don't know, they're just really holding out for a hero.
Yeah, just about.
Take it away.